Hey guys, welcome back to episode number 16 of the Falcon Project. And in this episode, we are going to be painting the engine bay and possibly painting the interior floor with the bedliner paint. I've already got the engine bay hosed down with the gunk degreaser. It's been sitting probably for about 45 minutes or so, so I'm going to do it a good scrub, and then we're going to rinse it off, and hopefully it drains well because I can't move the car and the drain's there. So wish me luck. Let's get to it. All right, that is pretty clean. And now it's just gonna have to air dry. I dried it off with the air hose about as good as possible, but I'm on my lunch break, so I don't really have all the time in the world to do it. So I'm just gonna let it air dry, and hopefully by the time I get off work today, it will be dry enough that I can put a coat of primer on it. At least one coat. It's probably going to take a few, but if I'm able to get at least one coat on today, then that should be at least good enough to get it protected so it's not going to start flash rusting. So I will catch back up with you today later after work. There we go. Engine bay is primed. That is a big step, so we'll just let this dry probably for a day. I think the temperature, it says it is 44 right now. It's kind of bright and sunny out, but it's cold. So I'm just going to play it safe and let this dry a full 24 hours. Before I get the paint ready, and I'll probably do that tomorrow or this weekend, probably this weekend because I'll have a lot more time. But yep, we are primed and ready to go. This stuff is thick. That should hopefully make it pour a little easier without getting everywhere. We'll see. So according to the videos I've seen, the best ratio for spraying this is 5 parts paint to 2 parts reducer, which I'm going to be using acetone, and then 1/3 of a part of the catalyst. I've never sprayed it before, so I'm going to have to assume they know what they're talking about. So that's what I'm going to mix it as, and we'll see how it sprays. This is like tar. I mean, it is thick. Go. All right. Oh, here we go. There we go. I think that looks pretty darn good. So we're just going to let this cure. Hold on a second. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that stuff smells awful. We're just going to let it cure for probably, I'm going to say a good 3 or 4 days. I'm not going to touch it, especially being as cold as it is. And then once that is dry, I guess depending on the weather, I may see about doing the inside floor with the bedliner paint. I think that'll actually spray out a little bit easier, but I guess it depends on the weather. So yeah, that came out pretty good for these cheap little HVLP guns. I got this one on Amazon, but I think it's about the same as the ones you can get from Harbor Freight, which are like 10 or 15 bucks. They're kind of just little throwaway one-time use things, but yeah, I am quite happy with the results. That came out really good. So I'm just going to let this cure, and I will catch back up with you in a few days. All right, it has been about 24 hours since I painted the engine bay, and I'm a little concerned because it is still very tacky. I was expecting it to be totally dry by now, but I'm not going to touch this. But the test panel that I sprayed, I mean, you can see it is still super tacky, and that's not good. I went in and looked online, and I saw a few people saying it's like you can never trust the reviews of things online, right? So the paint that I use, this Krylon Farm and Implement paint, most of the reviews of it are positive, but pretty much all the ones that are negative are in regards to it not drying or taking like ridiculous amounts of time to dry, like a month to fully dry. I mean, obviously with it kind of getting to be winter, I mean, I've got the time, but there's also other things that I want to do, like put the engine in, and if the paint's still wet or tacky, I'm obviously not going to do that. So that's going to kind of hold up progress. I mean, there were some people saying that they waited, you know, a couple weeks and it was still just as tacky as when they first sprayed it, and they ended up, you know, stripping all the paint off and getting a different brand which worked better. So I really hope I don't have to go that route, but I guess we'll see. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is get the interior kind of cleaned up a bit and apply the seam sealer. I need to do that before I put the paint bedliner stuff on there. So I figure that's probably a good step. And then on the instructions for that, it says to wait anywhere from, you know, 45 minutes and then you can paint over it, or a full 24 hours. So I will probably go the longer route just to give it enough time to dry. So I'm going to apply it and then just let it be for at least a day and then come back and spray it. So let's do that. Hey guys. All right, I've got some good news. It's been a couple days and the engine bay is finally dry. It's not tacky anymore. Thank the Lord, because I really didn't want to have to mess with stripping that and repainting it. That would have been a nightmare. So that is super good news. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is the interior. I'm going to be spraying the Raptor liner on it. Should go pretty quickly. We're just going to basically be doing this area here and the back, and then of course I have to do the transmission tunnel. I don't think it's going to take more than 2 bottles. I have 8, so I mean I definitely have probably more than enough. I actually, when I bought it, I got enough so that I could do the top of the floor as well as underneath the bottom of the car. So I'm going to kind of focus on this for now, and then depending on how this goes and how much I actually use will kind of determine if I'm going to use that on the bottom as well, or just paint it black or figure something else out. I am optimistically hoping that this won't take too long, and I'm hoping I can do it all in just one coat, which will definitely help. So we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. All right, there we go. The floor is done, and it came out beautifully. So now we just got to let that dry, and I will catch back up with you when that happens. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as the engine bay did. All right, I'm going to go ahead and seam seal the underside of the car and also the wheel wells in the back where I did the mini tub. And I think there's probably some spots in here in the front wells that I'm also going to put some sealer on. Let that dry, and then either tomorrow or the next day I will go ahead and spray the Raptor liner on the bottom and the wheel wells, and then that should totally be done. Just one more thing to check off the list. All right, I've got everything masked off that I need to have covered, and I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing up the Raptor liner with the hardener. Need to shake that up for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna start spraying the bottom. So this will go quick and easy because I did the interior already, and that was super quick and easy and came out fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a time lapse, and I will spray the bottom and the wheel wells, and we're gonna call it a day because that's gonna need to dry, and it's gonna be way too stinky in here for me to work on anything else. So here I go. Hey guys, I am back and got all of the undercoating applied as well as the wheel wells. It's looking really good in there. Got it all in there, and then of course underneath, all over. So that combined with the interior, which is also done and looking fantastic. I also added the shifter column. This is just kind of loosely sitting in there. Once I get the seat installed, I'll be able to determine like the height and if I need it angled. But at least the base of it is fully connected and mounted, so that's another thing off the list. So since I've got all of that done, that is going to end this episode. It was kind of quick. I mean, for you it was quick. For me it took some time, but I can now go ahead and start getting the engine and trans put in. I noticed that the exhaust headers were starting to rust, so I'm going to have to take these off. I got some high heat ceramic coating paint that I'm going to put on those. Actually, it's only this side, which is kind of weird. This side isn't rusted at all, so I'm not sure about that, but we'll take care of it. I can go ahead and start getting the engine put in next time, and also I'm going to work on getting the brake lines hooked up to the calipers, and then I can start running the brakes. So that will be in the next episode. But for now, I am Chris. Thanks for watching the Falcon Project on Calico's Garage. See you in the next episode.